So this is the beginning of day 4 here at the Dendro Rescue. We've got a little bit of weather outside. It's kind of hard to tell which direction the wind is blowing because the rain is kind of traveling every direction in front of our window. We might be staying landside today. So I'm here with Tim. Tim is our captain for the trip. So Tim, go ahead and tell everybody what your role is.
Well, as just stated, I'm the captain for the trip. Just making sure that I pilot the vessel out in adverse conditions like we've had this week, making sure everyone stays safe. There's been a lot of boat traffic landing in the middle of lobster mini season. It's been an elevated risk for other boats, and with divers down, you got to be especially careful. So that's been an integral part of my role this week.
And it sure looks sunny right now. Why aren't we out on the water?
Well, we did have a little bit of inclement weather out at the dive site this morning, so we ended up having to call the trip. It just was definitely unsafe and would not have been good dive conditions out there.
It sounds like it's always a moving target, and you got to stay on top of it to keep everybody safe.
Absolutely. It's definitely something you got to watch out for and adapt to it and be sure to keep everyone safe.
So what is being a part of this project meant to you?
Well, growing up in West Central Florida, I've been a steward of the environment since I was a little kid, and I've always traveled around the great state of Florida, especially down to the Keys, and just knowing what's happening with the environment and what the coral's going through right now, it feels really good to help out and to be a part of this coral rescue.
Great. Thanks, Tim. All right, so here we are with Paula. Paula is one of our biologists here at the aquarium. Paula, what has your role been on this trip?
My role was as husbandry, and that means the experience and care of animals when they're at their worst. That means when they're stressed. My specific role on the diving end of this was to go down and chisel out the isolates, the samples that we were bringing up of healthy and diseased corals to bring back to the Florida Aquarium. And I will be one person that is lucky enough to help take care of these animals once we get them back.
Great. And what has been being a part of this project meant to you?
It meant to me having hands-on experience, being very, very lucky to see exactly the process of collecting these corals. And the best part for me was being able to listen to the specialists in this field, go down, assess the corals, hear what they had to say, and then have conversation with our experts here at the Florida Aquarium about the extreme damage that's done, and also formulate a plan to further be able to save this and actually do something about stopping this disease.
Great. Thanks so much, Paula.
You're welcome.
So I'm here with Katie. Katie's our dive safety officer and lead diver for the trip. So Katie, go ahead and tell us what your role is.
Well, my role on this trip is as the lead diver. This project is pretty unique compared to some of the other field work we've done in the past. Firstly, a lot of the work is being done on snorkel. So we're in snorkel gear, we're in dive gear, we're switching back and forth, and in and out of the boat a lot, which adds a layer of complexity, especially in bigger seas like we've been having this week. We do consider getting in and out of the boat to be one of the most dangerous parts of the dive evolution, and we've been doing a lot of that. Additionally, a lot of the work has been done via live boating, so we're not anchoring up, we're not tying to a mooring buoy, so it requires a lot of coordination with the captain, and our team has done a great job with that, getting everyone safely in and out of the boat while it's still moving around. So it's definitely been a very interesting trip.
So it sounds like you would work a lot with Tim to make sure that everybody was safe above and below the water.
Definitely. A lot of coordination with Tim, especially for getting in and out. A lot of coordination with the other divers for underwater as well. A couple different things going on simultaneously underwater, and we've kind of got it down to a science now, well-oiled machine underwater.
Cool. So what is this, what has this trip meant to you, being a part of it?
Well, I've been a diver since I was very young, and just in that short time, we've seen the reefs change and decline a lot. And sometimes when we're out doing this type of work, we see a lot of devastation to the reefs underwater. So this is an incredibly unique opportunity to stop that, to help reverse that, to rescue some of these corals and hopefully have a very noticeable impact that literally wouldn't be happening without these 2 weeks of work.
Great. Thanks, Katie.